behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. Welcome back to Palm Mash TV. We're glad to see you here today. Got another interview coming up in just a moment, but before we begin, if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button and the bell buttons below you there. You're always going to be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like. We'd love to hear from you there. And pay attention to the description and closing credits at the end of the show, because we'll have contact info for you, so stay tuned for that. From Oakland, California, we have Naru Kwina. He's a very awesome artist. I think you're really going to like him, and we'll get to that in a second. But first, here's a quick word from the Caden Gordon Show. So don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show. Today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Oakland, California, we have Naru Kwina. Thanks for joining us, Naru.
Oh, you said it right.
Yeah. Just a guess, I guess. Well, why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about how you found music? I mean, I'm sure you always wanted to be an artist. Maybe you love music ever since you were a little kid. I mean, tell everybody about that.
Well, I mean, music's everywhere, so I don't know if I found music so much as music found me, and music is just a part of life. So, around my house and growing up in the church and all that, music was everywhere. So, I was born in '65, so, we're talking about the Motown era, James Brown. My mom played a lot of that in the house, Aretha Franklin. That was what was the soundtrack to my childhood. So a lot of my family members sang in the church, myself as well when I was younger. So that was part of the singing. And then in 1979, when I was 14, I heard hip hop for the first time, the song Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang, and it changed my life. And I started learning that song, and I've been rapping ever since, but I also write all kind of different varieties of songs for myself and other people. So I'm a real songwriter. I'm a writer in general. I write stories and poems and grants, all kind. I just write. I love to write. So rapping was like very easy for me. I was already writing poetry, so it was like putting poetry to music, two things that I both really enjoy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good story there. And I know you mentioned some good people like Sugarland Delight, I think you mentioned, and James Brown and Aretha Franklin and everything. Did you have any other influences?
Well, my main influences were like people around me that I could see, and touch, like right here in the Bay Area. So groups like Sly Stone, who came out of Vallejo, Tower of Power, another group that I liked, and then closer to my age would be groups like Tony, here in the Bay Area. Then the Pointer Sisters were friends with my mom, so we grew up, around them. They all went to like the same school, McClymonds High School here in Oakland. So I was around music a lot. Sometimes I didn't even realize I was around famous people until later. I'm young. I'm just like, that's Auntie Bonnie or whatever. Next thing you know, they're like famous on TV on Soul Train. They're like, whoa. And
Yeah. Those were some other good bands, like you mentioned the Pointer Sisters and
yeah.
a couple of those other ones. Yeah, Tony, and real great artists there. I'm sure you can find all your music on streaming platforms, but where else can we find you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on other social media? Do you have an official website? Tell everybody about all that.
Yeah, well, I do have a website, but it's for my company called Hip Learning. I teach science with hip hop. So that would be hiplearning.com or hiplearning.org. I have both of those. I am on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Naru Kwina. Also, Hip Learning is on the Facebook platform as well. and I'm also part of a group called Black Unity Conference Universal that Heston's part of. Heston is who hooked me up with you, Heston Cleveland, and his mom, Carrie Cleveland. We're part of that organization. So I'm on those platforms as well. And then I have like what you call a flow page, flow code page that I sent you. So all of my information is on that. It's kind of like a link page with pictures and things like that. But yeah, I've been doing music a long time, so yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm on some streaming platforms. I'm kind of pushing back against them, more trying to use Bandcamp and things like that, because the streaming platforms are just really not paying us artists any money, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, go check them out everywhere. Just search for Naru Kwina. I know you'll find him, and I know you'll love all of his music. And we're getting ready to play one of your videos right now. I think it's called "Dear America."
Yes, sir.
I'm sure it sounds patriotic and everything, but tell us a little story about this song. We'd love to hear.
Well, it's not so much patriotic because I wouldn't call myself a patriot. My music comes from wherever it comes from, my ancestors, the universe. I have no idea where these ideas come from things that I've learned, or a combination of everything. I hear music and then the lyrics just start to come. And my good friend Ricardo Love, who I do a lot of music with or projects with, had sent me some music. And as soon as I heard the music, the lyrics just started coming. So I write everything. I write the hooks. I didn't sing the hooks, obviously. I'm not the greatest singer in the world, but yeah, the idea just came just thinking about, America and some of its shortcomings and the history of America and how it was founded. And so, just wanted to remind people listening to some of the stuff that's going on in the news about, people not being able to teach things in history that happened and people being uncomfortable about that sounded just a little bit un-American to me. America's supposed to be founded on freedom of speech, and now all of a sudden we're canceling or we're silencing people from actually speaking the truth. So it was kind of like a letter to America, reminding America of its history, if in case it forgot, in case it had amnesia, and how it was founded, and like we should never forget that, So that's kind of how the song came about, and the images in the video were produced by one of our Buku members, RBG Next Gen, who did a fabulous job, and then my good friend Quentin Scales, who videoed me, in this beautiful location in Oakland, and that's how it came about.
Okay, well, it is a great song, and you guys are going to love it too. And we're going to get to that in a second. But well, thank you so much, Naru Kwina, for being on the show today. Come back anytime you want to plug something new. Maybe we'll have you back on sometime.
Man, Mr. Paul Mash, it has been my extreme honor, and yes, I would love to come back and have lots of music.
Okay. All right, well, here it is, Dear America by Naru Kwina, and it begins right now.
Dear America, I got something to say. I'm gonna put it in this song. Hope you're feeling me. It's time for change. Naru Kwina, tell me something, America. Do you want peace or do you want pieces? Willing to act now or just wait for Jesus? We too comfortable, but we must revolt. No faith in the system, so we don't vote. This is real talk, not politics. We out of order, y'all. I mean, the world is sick. Capitalism, that won't save you. Open your eyes up, gain a new point of view. Racist people singing the same song, like Rodney King said, why can't we get along? Illegal immigrants, call them pilgrims. No love for the natives, so you kill them. Then you took their land, you think that we forgot? Open your shirt collar, I know it's getting hot. You point your finger at what others do. That only means that three more pointed back at you.
America, I'd really like to have a talk with you. Dear America, it's not just what you say, but what you do. Dear America,
We need a new flag, new anthem, new song that won't remind us of when you did my people wrong. New money too, minus the the slave owners. We ain't forgot when you used to stick them dogs on us. Strange fruit on the trees. Killed if you ran, whipped if you tried to read. No reparations for 400 years. This country's built on our blood, sweat, and tears. Can't forget my native folks, they was here first. They live in harmony with the planet Earth. Now there's global warming, trash everywhere. Dear America, do you even care?
America, I'd really like to have a talk with you. Dear America, it's not just what you say, but what you do. Dear America.
Sometimes it feels like America is suffering from collective amnesia. They forgot their history of what they did to people all around the world. Now they want to act like the watchdog of the whole damn nation. Wake up. Wake up. Dear America. Naru, Kwina. Dear America.
We don't understand that we're dealing with an entrenched enemy that's both physical and non-physical. We're dealing with physical entities that seek to destroy and or subjugate or keep us in a second-class status. But we're also dealing with a non-physical enemy that's in our heads. We don't understand how deep deconditioning is. We don't understand that this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. We don't understand that it is not going to happen overnight. We don't understand that this is chess, not checkers. If we want to have things that we are owed, if we want to have things that we think we deserve to have, then you gotta put a system, a plan, a strategy in place so that that thing can happen at some point. A lot of us don't want to put in on a feasible solution because we won't be around or alive to see it come to fruition, come to fruition, come to fruition.